Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on with y'all? About to get it started. Wait for some folks to come on up in here before we get it crack-a-lacking. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. I appreciate you wiping your feet off and liking the stream as you come on up in here. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Who we got? Who we got up in here? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Y'all let me know who's up in here, man. Who's tapping in? Make sure you like the stream as you come on up in here. Wipe your feet off like you do at your grandma's house, your auntie house. You know, proper courtesy. You know, we got a good little show lined up for y'all, man. This is kind of like a back to school edition for tonight's live stream, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We gotta talk about the kids, man. I got a lot. We got a lot. We got some things to talk about tonight. Not gonna hold y'all. Hey, we got Yachty in the building. Got Yachty in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Who else we got up in here? Don't be shy. This is an interactive stream. You know, little give and take. You know, I give, you take, you give, I take. Like it's reciprocal here. You know, it's already bad enough. I feel like I'm talking to myself. You know, I'm looking dead at the camera, just talking to myself. You know, so I don't want to feel like, you know, weirdo. So, you know, I like some participation here. You know, so let me know who we got up in here. Let me know who we got. All right. The cheering. We got to talk about the cheering. Cause Whitney Houston did say, you know, the children are our future. You know what I'm saying? Gotta raise them up and let them lead the way. I think that's what the lyrics are, you know. Gotta let them lead the way. But with this generation of children, I just don't know if they gonna lead the way. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think they gonna lead the way, y'all. Oh man, it's the millennials' turn right now, though. You know what I'm saying? It's the millennials' turn right now. So, you know, millennials, we gotta hold it down. Millennials and later Gen Z and older Gen X and older Gen Z. I don't know. It's our time, man. We gotta hold it down. We gotta hold it down, man. And right now, it's looking like we ain't doing such a great job, man. We ain't doing such a great job holding it down. But good Lord, man, you leave it up to young Gen Z and young, well, the whole generation of Gen Alpha. Good Lord, man, we out here losing. God damn. But man, I'm gonna give it about maybe another minute or so, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into tonight's stream, man. You know, the school year has officially started, and I'm trying to do my best with condensing these shows down to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Try to get done by midnight or so. So if you can rock with your boy, hang with your boy, you know, till about midnight, we should be good. But you know, sometimes the shows go off the rails. Sometimes I get triggered and start, ranting and raving sometimes, But I think we did a good job last week, both Wednesday and Thursday nights live stream. So, I'm in the process of currently, putting up some clips from last week's live streams. And, I got some other things in the works too in terms of content that I do want to bring here to you guys. Just some behind the scenes, kind of like some daily life, vlogging my boring life. So, if y'all want to be tapped in for that, definitely got some vlog stuff in the works, So yeah. All right. So, man, let's go ahead and get into tonight's stream. We're not gonna waste no more time, man. And as people come on up in here, they come on up in here, right? Because I'm not gonna make the people who were here on time continue to wait while we wait for the other colored folks and non-melanated folks. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into it, man. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? Welcome to episode 112, like the group. 112 of the Overnighter live stream / podcast and all that good stuff, helping you get through your work week and over this hump day into the weekend, man. Shout out to y'all, and I appreciate y'all for being up in here with me tonight. All right. So, man, the title of tonight's live stream, everybody has lost the plot. From the kids to the parents to dating, relationships, everybody has lost the plot. And you know what I mean? And we got some good stuff for y'all tonight, man. So of course, we got some It Be Your Own Kids. We gonna be here for a while. Like I said at the beginning, man, this is the back to school stream. You might as well say back to school, man. Because I've been seeing some things online and I'm just like, wow, this is what we doing. These are things that I've commented on. I've talked about, at least for the past year or two, And now that we here, it's like, all right, we got some It Really Be Your Own Kids. Of course, we got some quick hits. I got some funny quick hits for you, and we're gonna get pretty nostalgic whenever it comes to one of these quick hits here. Take y'all back in time, man, in the time machine. Got to talk about Kendra G. She's out here shutting down the Kevin Samuels comparisons, even though it's like y'all are kind of right there, kind of neck and neck. Also, comedian Tacarra Williams. She recently did a podcast with Uncle Shay Shay. She went on Shannon Sharp's podcast and, she said a lot of real shit. I'm not going to lie. She said a lot of things that I can agree with. Some of my kind of philosophies and thoughts when it comes to dating and relationships. So we're definitely going to talk about that, and then, we're going to get into, our Land of Delusion. We got to go there. And I haven't even watched this Kendra G video. But we got a mom to 4. She's saying no sex until marriage, and that's non-negotiable. So, if you think you about to get some, that ain't going to happen. So we going to get there, man. So, make sure y'all buckle up, get your drinks ready, get your libations ready. If you got a little something that you're puffing up in the air, get that ready, because we about to go ahead and get into it, man. So first, like I said, man, we gonna stay here for a minute, man. It really be your own kids. So before we get into the thick of it, man, because honestly, this edition of It Really Be Your Own Kids, it's not as like hunky dory and as like fun as some of these other ones have been. But we got to get into it, though. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. And you know what I mean? And again, man, y'all are more than free to agree, disagree. Let me know, what y'all think up in the chat. All right. So, like I said, man, this is an interactive stream. And ways that you can contribute to tonight's live stream is, of course, the free thing to do is to like the stream, share the stream with a friend, a family member or two. If you happen to watch it on the playback, share it with somebody. But then, if you want to step it up a notch, you can always send a little monetary contribution, in the form of a super chat. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the super chat. You can hit the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the Venmo. Donations. We take all kinds of donations around these parts. But let's see, man. Let's go ahead and get into this first one here. All right. I thought this was pretty funny, man. Y'all be sending me some funny stuff, man. All right, so this first one here, we got asking my son, what would he do if a bully called me ugly? Because y'all know, man, y'all can't. Hey, whenever y'all get into it and y'all start cracking your mama jokes, hey, it's bound to go left because you can't talk about people mama. You can talk about people daddies all day long, but you can't talk about nobody's mama, maybe unless, you this guy right here. I mean, is he speaking facts or what? Let's see. Here we go.
AJ, what would you do if a bully said your mama ugly?
I know.
You said what?
I know. Okay.
You said you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. AJ, what would you do if a bully said your mama ugly?
I know.
You said what?
I know. Okay.
You said you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Hey. Bully pull up on you and say, hey, your mama ugly. He say, look, bro, hey, I know my mama is ugly. Oh, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Telling somebody that you know. Yeah, I mean, what? What you gonna do about it? Yeah, my mama ugly and what? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, what you say? I mean, you just said some shit that we all know. I know my mama ugly. I look at myself in the mirror every day and I see where I get my looks from. Nah, man, he's a handsome little guy, man. So I'm just joking. I'm just joking, man. Handsome little guy, and I'm pretty sure, mama is pretty too. So, it's all love. It's all love. All right. So, that was the one little fun one. All right. Now we got to get into it, man. Because these back to school outfits and these shenanigans, the back to school shenanigans have been out of control, if I must say so myself. Now, first we're gonna check out some of these HBCUs and their back to school fits and everything. And then we gotta disperse it amongst, those who haven't made it to the collegiate level yet. So the first one we're gonna go to, man, is my alma mater. Oh Lord. North Carolina A&T State University. I'm a proud Aggie, blue and gold. But man, I just don't know. Sometimes I kind of wonder, like, if we had social media back in the day and we were able to, record our fits, in that time, how would that look to the older generation? Those of, you know what I'm saying? Like those of us who, probably like in their 30s and 40s, like how would they look at how we dressed in comparison to how we look at the youth and how they dress? All right. I'll just be so curious to know that, right? All right, so let's see. So let's get into it here, man. Let me go ahead and get this queued up real quick. All right, let's see, man. Back to school. back to school fits. You know what I'm saying? At North Carolina A&T, here we go. First day of school fit check. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that. My man got the boxer showing with the crop tee and the forces. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, the design on the jeans. All right, okay. Look, man. Hey, I just know. Whenever I was at A&T, I ain't seen nobody with the crazy color hair. But let's keep going. Okay, I mean, you know, it's a lot of skin on the first day of school. It is a lot of skin on the first day of school. What are we doing? Okay, all right. I ain't mad at it. Okay, I mean, it's unique again, man. A lot of skin. Skin and baby hairs. Baby hairs galore. Oh Lord. Y'all, I'm just
Jesus.
wow, man. I don't trying to figure it out. I mean, my man, he got the okay. I mean, I'm not mad at this, you know. Basic. I mean, she got the baby hairs going, but you know, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's a lot going on right here.
Jesus.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. He got a I don't know, what's that? What's that on this side? On the well, his right, but our left. I don't know what this is. Like, that's not a rabbit's foot. He got the wallet chain, he got the gloves. I don't know. But hey, like you said, we don't see bonnet and pajamas. Hey, I ain't mad at it. What else we got? Okay. Jacquees looking ass. Okay. All right. Okay. This the future, y'all. The future. The future. I mean, I mean, all right. Some of these fits ain't, I don't know. I guess this is just the youth, man. You know, that's why we unks and aunties out here, you know, we just don't understand it. But, you know, I mean, hey, some of them look a little hot. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. You know, hey, I mean, all I can say is, hey, look, man, my alma mater ain't got no bonnets and pajamas. So, you know, I'm all the way cool with it. All right, let's see. Let's get over here to Howard University, okay? Now, Howard University, you know, interesting. Hey, we got True North in the building. We got the homie Chris in the building. What's good? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you being up in here, man. If you're looking for some excellent beer products, make sure you go ahead and visit True North Beer Co. Oh my God, I love the 1989. That's my all-time favorite right there. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go ahead and tap in. If you're looking for some high quality beer products. And the Aqua di Gio is almost like the real Giorgio Armani. I mean, whenever you smell it, man, it's quite similar. But anyways, all right, let's see. Let's get to Howard, man. Now, when I saw Howard, yo, Oh man. Now, A&T, I mean, it was different, but we gonna get over here to Howard. And I mean, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these fits right here. I am gonna have to mute it, but here we go.
Classes at Howard University. Let's see if these fits are tea or chop suey.
Chop suey. First fit, chop suey. Chop suey. Okay. All right. Gay. I don't know what they got going on at Howard. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what they got going on at Howard. Cause y'all know they had that controversy where they was dropping everybody because they ain't had a tuition paid, even though they had scholarships and I don't know, man. HBCUs got to get it together whenever it comes to the financial aid side of the game, and really just cause, man, just all the way around. Okay, housing, all the way around. We just got to get it together. What is going on right here?
Jesus.
Oh my Lord. I mean, what is going on with my man right here? I mean, y'all might call this eclectic. I mean, I don't know, man. We old. We old, so I don't know. I really don't. I'm out the loop. I'm out the loop these days. I guess my fashion taste and fashion sense is just, is quite different these days. But from a lot of these, man, I'm looking at them, and a lot of the guys there at Howard, they were looking a little.
Why are you gay?
Little zesty. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. Y'all let me know, man. How did y'all feel about them fits though? Cause I can't be the only one that was looking at them fits and being like, yo, this shit a little strange. Shit a little off to me. Okay. All right. So let's see. So now that we done got some of the HBCUs out the way, man, we got to get to K-12. And, some of these, what y'all are about to see next, I'm not going to lie. It is disappointing. Not going to hold you. It is quite disappointing. So let's get into it, man. We got my cousin in the building. We got Mary in the building. What's going on? Appreciate my cousin being up in here. My cousin from another family, So yeah, man. We're gonna get into we're gonna get into some of these other folks with the first day of school, man. And a message. And a message for y'all, cause y'all out here tripping. All right. Because what in the hell do we got going on here? All right, let's see. Here we go. Some of y'all might have already seen this already, but here we go.
For You page, looking at y'all back to school videos and pictures. A real hot ghetto ass mess.
Okay, on that fresh.
Yeah. Money spreads. All right. It's crazy. Look at that. What we doing, y'all?
Children holding up money fans, got the money spread up they arm.
Now you supposed to whip it up. First day. Oh, whip it. First day. First day. First day.
Holding up stacks of money in a uniform. Why? What's the purpose? And before any dumbass comes in my comment section talking about I'm hating, I'm recording this video from my home office. That little bit of change wouldn't even be able to cover my mortgage for 1 month. But let's get back to y'all. I need to know the purpose of it. What are you trying to make other people believe? That you're rich? I'm not buying it because y'all rely too heavily on GoFundMe's. You will show stacks of money, but then when it's time somebody get killed or you need something for your bill money or something like that, you got to GoFundMe up. So like I said, I refuse to believe that y'all are got tons of money like you claim to. I've even watched a video of a little girl that looked like she was about in the 3rd or 4th grade holding up her middle finger, talking about don't fuck with her.
What'd you say?
Don't fuck with me.
Oh, shit.
Now I got an update on that, mama, too. We gonna get into it.
Walk, attitude. Ooh, walk off. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk off.
Are y'all serious? With her mom chuckling and giggling in the fucking background. Y'all bitches are idiots. And you don't need any fucking kids. The crazy part, y'all stay pregnant. So this kind of shit is going to keep going on forever. But y'all are not fit to be around no children. Because you're too fucking ignorant. This is why every other race laughs at us and think that we are low class people because this is the way y'all carry on. Why not just don't even post fucking pictures of your kids? If that's the way you want to present them on social media, just keep that shit in your camera roll.
Yep, she's correct.
Jesus.
All right, yeah, she is definitely correct on that. And I mean, and y'all, man, I think it's really a shame that this is where we at, man. Bad ass kids. Badass. But we can't blame the kids, you know? I mean, because at the end of the day, man, the kids truly are innocent in this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we gotta put more honest and blame on the parents, you know, because I mean the kids are only emulating what their parents are doing and what their parents are condoning for them and seeking approval of. I mean, they're seeking the approval of, you know, their moms. The majority of these cases right here, you know. I think it's downright sad. But, you know, hey, whenever I tried to say, you know, perfect attendance, we gonna get there. I got a video on that. Perfect attendance, you know, your kids need to be in school. Graduation ceremonies, your kids need to learn that, you know, this is a formal occasion and that you don't need to be busting splits whenever right before you receive your diploma. Y'all don't need to be acting a fool. But you know what I'm saying? Whenever I have criticisms or critiques and say that, hey, you know, it's a time and place for everything, you know, hey, y'all wanna say, you know, hey, Jay, nah, let them kids have fun. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't care about perfect attendance because I don't be wanting to get up out the bed either. Yeah, these kids need to have mental health days, but, you know, but at the same time, hey, these kids having struggling in school, you know. And man, and it's crazy because I'm at a different school this year, and, you know, and I see the stark contrast between the school that I was at last year and had been at for the last couple years. And I've only been at this school for a week total. Well, I mean, the kids been in school for a week, and, you know, and I'm starting to learn some of the kids, and I'm already seeing like stark contrast, you know, between like staff, you know, just the culture of the school, you know, the students. And I mean, I think those are some really cool kids, and I'm looking forward to getting to know them. But, you know, you can definitely see a difference, you know. So nevertheless, all right, let's get to this next one. I thought this was crazy too. Just the imagery alone, and it's like, yo, is this where we're headed? But before I get to that picture though, let me actually go back real quick, and I want to go through some of these comments because, you know, I want to see what people are saying over here in the comments. All right. Lady P was in the comments. She said the girl with the braids and the pink, she's only in first grade and couldn't barely pronounce I'm in the first grade. Yeah. Yeah, she would definitely be one of my students. Definitely. We would definitely be working on some R's. You've said them R's is not where they should be. All right. You know, her articulation skills, she would, yeah. All right. You know, someone else said, this is our future. Send help, Lord. Now, send it now. Rich people don't need to prove it, okay? Fresh as fuck, but can't read, write, tell time, count change, use correct punctuation, etc., etc. But they fresh to death, though. Shaking my motherfucking head. You know what? Honestly, though, like, I mean, if we being real, you know, it don't matter whether you know, if you're black or white, you know, because I mean, I've played videos, you know, where, hey, even on the non-melanated side of the game, hey, they can't count change. They have a problem. They have literacy issues and problems too. You know, I mean, I think it's just a generational thing. I wouldn't just leave it all to just, you know, black kids, but you know, but they are the ones who get the overwhelmingly bad rep for it. Rich people have $30 bag with $1,000 in it. Poor people have $1,000 bag with $30 in it. Could they ain't lying? No, they ain't lying.
Jesus.
Oh man, I feel so bad for the kids. These parents are absolutely failing them. Yeah, so I mean, hey, look. But before, you know what? All right, now let me show y'all this picture of this 7th grader real quick, since this was on the thumbnail. Because I thought this was sad, man. And I don't know how this young brother got an ankle monitor on him, you know, at such a young age. You know, but this is, to me, this is sad, man. You know. But she comments here, Levi went Ja 3, Noah went Black Mamba, my 7th graders, okay. Oh, Levi went Jordan 3s and Noah went Black Mambas, her 7th graders. So both of them ankle monitors, all right. So let's see. So the caption reads over here, a mother's first day of school photos are going viral after social media users noticed both of her sons, who are entering 7th grade, appear to be wearing ankle monitors. The unexpected detail quickly sparked shock, jokes, and plenty of questions online. So, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? First comment says, the mother is the problem. You know what I mean? Because why are we wearing Jordan 3s or Ja 3s and Ja Morant? I'm assuming Ja Morant. My bad on the Jordan reference, but Ja Morant's, I'm assuming, maybe, I don't know. And Black Mambas. Why are we wearing Kobe's? You know? And got ankle monitors on. This is wild. What have you done, young men? And where is the daddy? Where are the fathers? Where are the male role models? Because, you know, you will have women out here, again, that'll say, you know, we don't need men. Men need to start off in jail and earn their way out of prison. Yeah, you know, dumb shit like this. Meanwhile, this is what we got going on in our community, man. Next comment reads, it's a cultural thing you wouldn't understand. Gas station pics for the first day fits. Future bums. LMAO, 7th may be the last grade they go to. Ankle monitor is a cultural thing. LMAO is no, it's just a criminal thing. And your 2 boys fit the description. That mama always going to be protected, because guess what? Here in the melanated community, here in the African American community, you cannot criticize, the black mama. I mean, use a black queen mama. You can still be a crack fiend and still be a black queen mama. These are the times that we live in. But I mean, hey, I do think that there is room for critique and criticism, on both sides. That the men, who we laying up with, who are we impregnating, who are we spreading our seeds to? And then on the flip side, like, why are you? I mean, at the end of the day, no child gets born unless, hey, you decide to go ahead and give birth to this child. So, I mean, if you take on that responsibility, it is your responsibility to make sure that they don't have ankle monitors on before they even, get driver's license. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Cause I could be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I could be out of my mind here, but I don't think so. But let's see. Let's get into some what y'all saying here in the chat, because I would love for y'all to give me your input. Mary say, "Hey, I'm definitely from your mama's side." You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, man, down south, hey, we just see things a bit differently. Immature parents. Facts. I totally agree. Mary come back and say that IEP is loaded. Both my Caucasian foster kids were on it. Yeah, I mean, they get all the services. They get pull out for reading, math. They get accommodations, whenever it comes to integrated testing. They may receive other services such as, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy. I mean, you just never know. But it's not just a black thing. Like I said, I mean, the school that I was at last year, I mean, a lot of those students, they go through a lot of the white kids go through a lot of the same things that the black kids do. They got parents that are not involved, child custody issues, parents on drugs, parents just, not really giving a fuck, So it's not just on the black side. But all right. Let's see. Here we go, man. So since we saw old girl, my little girl who couldn't pronounce first grade right, and they was riding in the whip, listening to Pooh Shiesty on the way to school and flipping off the camera and everything. I mean, the mom, she decided that, hey, man, I'm doubling and tripling down on it, So we're going to listen to what mom has to say, okay? And again, man, it's just sad to me. Sad to me. But, all right, here we go. Mom says she drove with her kids without seatbelts because they wanted to, quote unquote, be a gangster while listening to Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Jesus.
Man, I got to even get Dr. Umar on this one.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
All right, here we go.
Attitude. Ooh, walk off. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk off.
Throwing up gang signs on the way to school, no seat belt. They look like they in a Tesla though. I mean, they getting it. I mean, they cute little girls too, man,
Seatbelt comment. Because they didn't want to wear the seatbelt listening to Pooh Shiesty, bitch. When you listening to a gangster, you want to be a gangster. They don't want to be safety. They don't want to listen to Beethoven on the way to school and go back to sleep, bitch. That's why. Life to call CPS. Bitch, CPS don't scare me, bitch.
Walk.
B Simone. Where you at?
Jesus.
The door is wide open. Matter of fact, I literally keep my door unlocked so they can just come in. They can just come in. What the fuck is y'all waiting on? The fuck? And make sure whatever CPS worker you call, they know how to fight. Cause coming to my shit, demanding shit, that's how you get your ass whooped. I don't even play with my granny like that. I don't even play with my granny. The door is wide open. Matter of fact, I literally keep my door unlocked so they can just come in.
I mean, just double and triple down on being loud and wrong. Just double and tripling down on being loud and wrong, man.
Jesus.
Oh, man. You know, F the kids' safety, you know. I don't care what we listening to. I don't care. Put your seatbelt on, you know. Yeah, I mean, but look, man, like, what are we doing? What? Y'all gotta answer me, man. What are some of these parents doing out here? Because there is no way in the world that I would allow such foolishness to go on with my daughter, man. That's crazy. And you know what I mean? And shout out to her mom, because she ain't going for that bullshit either, you know? Man. All right. So let's see. Let's get to the last one here on it. Be your own kids. It really be your own kids, man. And this was interesting to me. This was interesting to me, y'all, because again, like I said, I told y'all a long time ago, like, kids need to be in school. But, you know, you got certain parents that just, and she probably would be one of them parents that if our kids say they don't want to go to school, they not going to allow them to go to school. But now we've gotten to a point now to where, like, you really got to incentivize these kids for doing the shit that they're actually supposed to be doing. All right, so let's go on over here to Detroit. To Detroit, Michigan. All right. So, Detroit, Michigan. Because I saw it initially on Instagram and I didn't believe it. So I was like, man, let me just do a Google search. Because, you know. But anyways, Detroit public schools are paying students $100 a week for perfect attendance. Donations. Man. Okay. So let's see the source. Detroit Public Schools Community District is expanding its Perfect Attendance Pays initiative for the 2026-2027 school year, offering high school students $100 per week and middle school students $50 per week for flawless attendance during designated periods. There are some important rules behind the money. The program does not operate throughout the entire 180-day school year. The incentives have traditionally been concentrated into weekly cycles from January through March, a stretch when Detroit's winter weather and seasonal illnesses can make getting students into classrooms especially difficult. So let's see. So they go on to say, I mean, what a deal. I know $100 isn't what it used to be, inflation and whatnot. I'm not even sure what an eighth a week. Okay, all right, y'all getting a little, whatever. All right, so let's see. So let's get into the cycle here, all right? So the first cycle begins in January. So if they have perfect attendance from the 5th through the 9th, they get the payment date is for January 23rd. I mean, you know, this is a crazy incentive, you know, for kids to ultimately earn up to a G stat to get up to $1,000. All right. But let's see. Let's go over here back to the gram and check out this video here. But I just think that it's so crazy that we are incentivizing kids for doing the bare minimum. This is what they should be doing. We didn't get no $100, $50 a week for just simply getting up out the bed and making it to school on time, and being there the entire day. What? Rain back in our day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we at that stage now. Back in our day, back in the 1900s, is what we used to do. But now, I mean, kids are earning money. Now, me personally, if you are going to incentivize kids for having perfect attendance, I think that they should have the grades to match. I think that they should have, the grades to match. They should be able to, make not only perfect attendance. Y'all got to really earn this $50, this $100. We just not going to give it to you just off the strength that you just showed up. Because you showing up is only half the battle. You still got to put the work in. But let's see. Let's hear from this guy right here. All right, here we go.
School for free. We had to be at school at 7:45 a.m. for free. Nowadays, the children are being paid to attend class. Yes, it's being reported that Detroit Public Schools Community District is now paying middle schoolers $50 a week to go to class 5 days a week, to be in all periods, all throughout the day. This does include in-school activities, the pep rallies, the field trips. I mean, who doesn't want to get paid to go to a field trip? If you qualify, you get $50 a week. It does not, however, include excused absences. Okay, so you actually have to be in class. Now, the district is expanding this program after giving high school students $100 a week for perfect attendance. And the superintendent says this actually works, that absences are down, attendance is up, and the kids are in class actually learning. So y'all let me know, is this a good idea? They needed this when I was there. Okay, why did I go to school for free? I'm hurt.
Man, shut up. I wish I had a shut up sound effect, but good Lord. All right, so let's see. Let's get over here to the comments. First comment says, this is a great incentive. However, it should only be awarded to those who have A's and B's to encourage actual learning on the student's part. I totally agree. No, not paying kids for doing literally the thing they are supposed to. Exactly. Sad this has to be incentivized. Or use that money to pay teachers. I would have to agree with that as well. Pay the teachers. This is actually ridiculous. Paying kids to do what they should be doing anyways. Pay those underpaid teachers for putting up with this mess, which include the parents who can't get their children to school regularly. I think it's utterly ridiculous too. I don't think that, we should just be incentivizing kids for doing what it is that they're supposed to. That's why I be saying week after week, but some of y'all are in agreement, but then some of y'all want to challenge me whenever I say that the generation that we are raising is not going to be equipped to handle the real world. We are raising a generation of entitled kids who feel like they should be getting the most for doing the absolute least. But hey, we'll keep talking about it. We'll keep talking about it, But man, shout out to the homie, the bearded chief in the building. What's good? Appreciate you being up in here with us tonight. Man, bearded chief, let me know, man. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about, the public schools incentivizing, middle and high schoolers just to show up. They ain't even got to put in no work. Just be here for the day. You can sleep all day. You know, you ain't really got to turn in no assignments. You know, I mean, you can be a distraction and a disruption to the other students in the classroom. But as long as you're here every day, we gonna make sure you get $100 or $50 if you in middle school. I mean, I get it in terms of the winter months because Detroit, I know their winters are brutal, you know, especially in those northern areas and climates and things of that nature. But at the same time, I mean, people have been doing it for years, for generations. Like, come on, man. Like, again, man, these kids are soft. You know, Lady P, she says in Texas, they pay you. They surely do. Pay a visit to that house. Ready to arrest your mama for truancy. Yeah. You let your kid not be at school. You know? Hey, yeah, show up at that house. Them people ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, let's see. Let me go back up because y'all okay. Let's see. How much of those sneakers? Just curious. Those black mambas. Yo, I know they over 100. They got to be. Even if they're the kid sizes. I don't know. That's a good question, but I would assume definitely over 100. Seventh grade. You getting into some higher sizes? Yeah, probably. People that have their kids that behave or dress a certain way, are living in the childhood they wish they had through them. Yeah. A lot of these parents do live vicariously through their kids. And it's sad, you know. Let's see. Mary says, I wouldn't allow such foolishness with my niece or nephew. I feel you. There isn't a reward for what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Man, I need to go back to school in Detroit, specifically in Detroit, you know, treat it just like a job. Telling you. I mean, dang, man, if we had something like this when we were in school, boy, I'm telling you, 100% attendance all the way around. Let's see. Yachty said that's crazy. Sure is. Bearded Chief, soft kids, everyone gets a trophy. You get a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy. Mary says, I was more afraid of Juanita than missing a day of school. I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, we lived in a time where, you know, where we were more scared of our parents than actually missing a day of school. That's why I said, man, you know, like, whenever I went off to college, for me, I knew there was no way I could come back home. Like, no, I did not want to come back home. Even before then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel like, you know, back then our parents just instilled a certain, you know, work ethic, some discipline, like, you know, even whenever it comes to, you know, having some common sense and some life skills. Like, I see a lot of kids now, like Gen Z young adults now, who will absolutely have a corporate job. They're making good money. Even millennials too. They're not absolved from this, but they'll have a corporate job, a good job, or whatever, and you know but because, you know, they don't like the corporate environment, whatever. They don't have anything lined up. They don't have a plan B, plan C, and they just up and quit their job. I was always taught you never quit a job unless you have another job lined up. Because where's the money gonna come from? You know? But people just be out here just living all willy-nilly, just freestyling that life, you know. But oh man. All right. So let's see. So that was the last one, man. It really be your own kids. All right. So let's see, man. Let's get into some quick hits. Where are we at on time? 10:36, man. If you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead like the stream. Make sure you go ahead and like the stream. You know, if you want to contribute, you know, with more than a like, you know, if you wanna hit like the Dr. Umar, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna
Donations.
If you want to donate to what we doing over here, man, you know, you can hit the super chat, super sticker, you know, you can hit the Cash App, the Venmo, you can hit all of that, you know, help your small time creators out, you know, they come on here each and every week, man, to bring you this hot fire. All right. So let's see, man, let's go ahead and get into some quick hits here, man. We're going to, you know, I mean, I feel like that last segment, man, it was kind of heavy, man. But we gonna lighten up the mood just a little bit, you know. So let's see. Let's get into this first one, man. Let's spread some love. All right. You know, let's spread some love. All right. Gotta spread some love, you know. I like when two people can come together. They have some conflict with each other, you know, but then they can kiss and make up. And, you know, and all is well in the world. Now, I cannot play the audio because we got copyrighted music, but here we go, man. You know, now some people might think this some kinky stuff right here. My man might actually like, he might like it. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, take me, baby. I like when you had your hand around my neck like you do. Help me up. Help me up. I almost passed out. Give me a hug. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, baby. I love you. I love you. Give me a kiss now. Hell yeah. Now don't you be talking that shit no more. Here we go. Yeah. Look at that. Yo. As a grown man, you cannot let your woman dominate you like this, brother. You know what I'm saying? You just can't, man.
Jesus.
You just can't. But he like, hey, man, hey. I ain't even got it in me. Take me, baby. You know what I'm saying? I know I fucked up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, nigga. I forgive your ass, all right? Yeah, give me a kiss. Yeah. All right, now don't you do that. Now don't you do that fuck shit again. Oh man. Nothing like that toxic love, Mary. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like the toxic love. You know? Man, we got the homie Jay Blight in the building. Was good. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you being up in here with me tonight, my good brethren. All right, let's see. Here we go, man. Next quick hits here, man. Hey, is this what y'all doing in the movies now? Now, hey, I took my daughter to go see Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie over the weekend. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend you go see it. It is definitely a 10 out of 10. Hella good movie. And I mean, I can't say enough good things about the movie. Now, when we was up in the movies, you know, you had people up in there behind us. Now, I ain't gonna say what kind of folks these were, but you know, they was a little disruptive in the movie theater. I'm not gonna hold you. But the movie was so good that after a while, they even shut the hell up. Okay? So that's when you know a movie is good. That when the people that are talking loud and having convos and keying it up are actually getting quiet because they're into the movie that much, that's when you know that the movie is indeed a good movie. All right? So, but let's get into this one here. All right? let's get into this one here, man. I took my kids to see a movie before school starts next week, and y'all, what the hell is going on up in here? Because if I paid my money, I ain't trying to see this up in the movie theater. Here we go. The lady was in my purchase seat. I told her, and she asked if I could just sit somewhere.
That way that's nothing but death. My man.
Sit by family. Okay, 5 minutes later, after the movie has started, they are still having a full-on conversation.
You have no name. Virginians.
I finally asked them to please be quiet after they gave me a dirty look like I was being rude. Look at this, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Don't take it out on the street. Stop.
Got your feet up.
The forest gives us cover. Grey Meadows offer plenty of space and a clear view of any incoming threats. If they attack from the front, or we'll be easy targets on the fourth bloods.
You to have his journals.
You were right.
I was so distracted I missed half the movie and I couldn't stop wondering why they were in my seat to begin with. Got the whole dog up in there. This ain't even no like service dog. What y'all call it? Support dog. You know, just you just brought your regular dog from home to the movies because they wanted to go see the movie too.
Knew I would fail.
They wanted to go see the movie too. Look, feeding the dog and shit. You know, the lady was in my purchase seat. I told her, and she asked if I could just sit somewhere else since the theater wasn't full. She trying to be nice, you know, trying to be nice. Look, feeding the dog. I'm telling you, man, y'all be treating y'all pets better than y'all do your own kids and just human beings in general. You know, 5 minutes after the movie has started, they still having a full-on convo. I finally asked them to be quiet. Okay, I read that part already. You know, dog in there just making all kinds of noise with the bells. You know, the dog was up and down, constantly ringing the bells. You know. And then whined for 10 minutes before she finally took it out. Like, yo, the people at the movie theater, y'all, they just be allowing dogs up in the movies. You know? They'll tell you to turn, this the crazy part about it, right? They'll tell you that you need to turn your cell phones on vibrate, turn your cell phones off. Your cell phones don't need to be a distraction for the other guest, but somehow, some way, you're allowed to bring your service animal, your support animal to the damn movie theater, though. Boy, in there making all kinds of noise, man. Crazy. This is wild, man. This is wild, man. Good Lord.
Jesus.
All right. Treat the dog better than their own kids. I'm trying to tell you. Mary, you know it's true. You know it's true. You know, as a pet owner, now y'all be treating y'all pets better than you do your own humankind, man. Ridiculous. All right, let's see, man. Let's get into this next quick hits here. All right. Normal things from the 1990s that feel weird today. I don't know if y'all have seen this post, but man, like I told y'all at the beginning, man, we're gonna get a little nostalgic, you know, and you almost kind of forget that these things were a real thing from the 1990s, or as we like to say now, man, hey, the 1900s. That's crazy, man, to say that you was born in the 1900s. Oh man. Craziness. All right, let's see. Here we go, man. Let's get into it. All right, let's see. Normal things from the 1990s that feel weird today. All right, let's see. Here we go. First one. Restaurants had smoking sections. Yo, How many of y'all remember restaurants having smoking sections? Would you like to be in the non-smoking or the smoking section? Yeah, let me be in the non-smoking, please. All right. Knowing good and well that nicotine smoke ain't doing nothing but just going on over there to the non-smoking side. But it didn't seem as bad on the non-smoking side. You know, I couldn't even imagine people lighting up cigarettes inside nowhere in 2026. Crazy. All right, next one. You took photos without knowing how they turned out. Hey, man. Ain't no just snapping unlimited pictures and just holding your button down and just getting a flash of pictures. You know, you had to take that picture and just hope for the best. You had to hope for the best and with the flash on. And then you get them pictures developed and you see them pictures, man, them pictures be dark as hell. You know what I'm saying? Can't see nothing. You know, don't keep the disposable camera around too long. Because you're going to get that film developed and they can't even develop it no more. You know? No filter, no nothing on them pictures. No nothing. No Photoshop, no Facetune, no nothing. That's how you is. That's how you is. That's how you be on these pictures, man. Next, Friday night meant going to the video store, going to Blockbuster, getting the VHS, getting the video game, getting the Nintendo game, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Man, y'all talking about some good times right there, man. Keep the movie for the whole weekend. Rewind it back. Watch it 2, 3, 4 times before you take it back to Blockbuster. Oh, my God. Man, oh, man. You knocked on your friend's door to see if they were home. Hey, Brandon home? Nah, he ain't there. Or you had to take the chance and just ride your bike and just hope that he there. Because you know what I'm saying? Because you know back in the days, I mean, some of us were fortunate enough to have your own phone line. Now me, I wasn't fortunate enough to have my own phone line, but two of my best friends, man, they had their own phone line, and you know, you hit them up, they ain't answer the phone. You call their house phone, their parents' phone, ain't nobody answer the phone. You be like, all right, man, I'm gonna just ride the bike down the street, see if they there. You taking a chance, and then you ride down the street and you see both cars is gone. That's when you know, hey, man, the homie ain't even at the crib. You know. Man. Good times, man. Good times. Next, what we got? The whole family shared one computer. Man, what y'all know about that AOL? What y'all know about that AIM Messenger? What y'all know about that Yahoo Messenger? What y'all know about that dial-up whenever you was on the computer and nobody could even call the house? What y'all know about the 500 hours, the 500 minutes that you could get with the little AOL disc? What y'all know about that, man? Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Having to wait forever to do. Trying to connect. The dial-up was something serious back in the day, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Next one, you stretch the phone cord as far as it would go for some privacy. What y'all know about that, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had an extra long phone cord, you know what I'm saying? The spiral phone cord, or you had the extra long phone cord from the back of the phone. You know what I'm saying? Just so you could get some extra privacy. You know, so you could be macking and hanging, trying to mac on the phone. You know? Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm about to. Yeah. Hey, y'all see it's street up top, it's casual down bottom. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't putting on no full outfit. Y'all see me from the waist up. All right. Man, all right, yeah, stretch that phone as far as you could for some privacy. Next, you made plans and just hope. You just hope everybody show up, man. Like, look, man, hey, I'm about to put this little party together. Hey, look, man, I told niggas to meet me at the skating rink. We'll see if they can get there, man. You know, try to plan stuff back in the day. Hey, if y'all, hey, look, see if your mama will take us. My mom said she'd pick us up if your mama will take us. Oh, all right. Let me ask my mama real quick. You know, but if both y'all mama said no, then shit. Hey, whoever playing that, hey, bro. Hey, we ain't. Hey, look. Ain't nothing going on, man. We couldn't make it out there, bro. We couldn't make it out there. All right. Let's see. Next, what we got? You waited by the radio to record your favorite song. Oh, my God. Hey, look. I remember, when was that? That was, I remember specifically Outkast, Elevators, me and you, yo mama and your cousin too. Yo, the first time I heard that on the radio, I needed that song on my cassette tape. Man, I sat by the freaking radio all day waiting to hear that joint. And don't let your mama call you when you sitting by the radio and you got to go do something for your mama. You got to go bring her something to drink. You know what I'm saying? She want to ask you something. And then you hear your song playing on the radio and you done missed it. Oh my God. You just be like, man. And then you wouldn't even hear the song no more the rest of the night. You know, next thing you know, man, hey, Quiet Storm coming on, people making requests on the radio. And then, you know, you would hope that one of your friends, one of your homies got the song so you can dub the tape. What y'all know about dubbing the tape, man? Yo, we taking it back right now. We taking it back right now, man. Y'all don't know nothing about none of this, man. Shit. The best part of a new cereal box was finding the toy inside. Boy, hey, trying to tell you, good times. Before Google, you had to look it up in an encyclopedia. And you know your grandparents. You know your grandparents had them encyclopedias. The beige and green encyclopedias, the old school encyclopedias, being there searching for hours. And you know what I'm saying? And you better hope that they got the whole volume of encyclopedias, all right? Shoot, heck yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about them encyclopedias right there. Next, you called your friend's house phone and their parents answered. You know, especially if you was trying to call a young gal, you know, her mama, their daddy, answer the phone. Hey, may I speak to Taquana? Hey, may I speak to, you know, trying to be, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. You know, man, I remember in middle school, man, in 6th grade, yo, I had this one little girlfriend. She was a hood chick. I ain't gonna lie. She was hood as hell. Mama didn't care. Her mama was like that mama that we just saw in It Really Be Your Own Kids. You know, let her daughters do whatever they wanted to do. And yo, she called my mama house at like 9:30. Yo, I said, what the hell? Hey, you can't be calling my house this late. What? Oh my God. My mom was like, yeah, nah. You can't mess with that fast ass girl. All right. You know? So you knew whose parents gave a fuck and whose parents didn't. And the kids were just fast as hell. All right. All right, let's see. Next. And then, like I said, man, as we got older, you know, some of us had our own phone lines and then pagers, and and all of that. And then your first little cell phone, little Nokia. First little Nokia with the worm game. Man, I remember my first Nokia, I couldn't get no service at the crib. All up against the window, trying to get a bar, cricket. What y'all know about that cricket? Singular cell service. What y'all know about that? Sprint. Who had Sprint back in the day? What? Man, we taking it back on y'all. You needed a TV guide to know what was on. You know what I'm saying? You had the whole TV guide, all right, to know what was on. And then, you know what I'm saying, once it was on the TV, hey, look, man, you better hope that you saw what was on channel 26, TNT. You had to know what was on TNT, because if you didn't, man, you had to wait another 5 minutes before TNT came up again. Man. But we had the TV guide back in the day. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Oh, man. You actually memorize everyone's phone number. Hey, look, man. It's maybe only, I would say maybe 5 phone numbers I know by heart. And the only phone numbers that I know by heart now in 2026 are phone numbers that I memorized from childhood. And they ain't even got the house phone no more. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even got it no more. How am I able to memorize childhood phone numbers that people ain't even got no more? You know what I'm saying? But some of my closest friends, I don't know their phone number by heart. Now, my brother, my best friend, I know his cell phone number by heart because he's had it forever. You know what I'm saying? But he got another phone, and I don't know that number. I don't think I know that number. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. We actually memorize everybody's phone number. Or, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, when you actually wanted to go and holler at somebody, you had to have that pen and paper. You know what I'm saying? Write your number down on this little piece of paper, little napkin. Man, I remember one time me and my same best friend, because back in the day, hey, at least for us, Walmart used to be the hangout. Spot. Every time you go to Walmart, you would see somebody you know. But then that would also be the spot, if you wanted to holler at somebody. So I remember me and my best friend, man, he ended up getting a girl's number and I ended up getting a girl's number. But the crazy thing was that the girl's number that I got, I didn't really want to talk to her like that, but he wanted her and I wanted his chick, that the chick's number he got. So we ended up swapping out numbers. So I mean, it just be funny shit, man, back in the day. All right, let's get to the next one, man. We got a couple more. I know I'm a little long-winded on this one, man, but I'm feeling nostalgic right now. So if you watching this, man, I hope y'all feeling a little bit of nostalgia too, Let's see. You called the cinema to find out what time a movie started. Now, okay, yeah. I don't know too much about that one, but maybe for some of y'all. Before GPS, you printed directions or used a map image. Man, hey, MapQuest used to go crazy, Had to use that MapQuest or just use a map. Now we got Google Maps. We got the Waze app. Apps will let you know if them boys is on the side of the road. They let you know if a accident is coming up, how long you gonna be in traffic. But back in the day, hey, you just had to sit there. You ain't know when you was getting out of traffic. You just had to hope for the best. Next, your favorite toy always needed batteries that you couldn't find. Facts, AA, AAA batteries, If you needed a ride home, you found a payphone. Yeah, You knew it was time to go home when them street lights came on. Yeah. You knew it was time. You knew it was time. Like, all right, man, you know, we been out here balling all day. You know, niggas musty. Niggas musty, sweaty, sun going down. We still out hooping. Like, you know what? All right, man, we got to go back home before we get in trouble. All right. So, you know, if you like that last one, man, if you like this one here, man, you got to give me a thumbs up, man. I swear, man, I took y'all back in the time machine, man. Took y'all back in the time machine. Let me see what y'all saying over here in the chat, because I know y'all was going crazy. I know y'all was going crazy, man. Let's see. Remember the house phones with the 3-way, and the people in the house can hear your conversation just by picking up the other line. Hey, I remember back in the day on the 3-way. Look, hey, when you want to try to get somebody caught up, hey, I'm going to hit them up on 3-way. Put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute. You know what I'm saying? You be trying to set people up on the 3-way. That dial up. Beep, beep, beep. That shh. Mary say, I still got the AOL email. Yeah, hey, I still got my Yahoo email too. I ain't gonna lie. I know about that, especially with Sims. Yeah, okay. I'll be so pissed when I would get kicked out because the phone rang. Facts. I experienced all that with the computer. Let's see, our kitchen phone cord stretched to my bedroom closet. Good Lord. Hey, you know Mary was definitely macking and hanging. Could. Oh man. Meet me at the charge your house phone. You can leave 5 feet away from the door or the line will disconnect. Yeah. Hey man, look. When we first started getting cordless phones, oh man. And then, not only that, but you know the game really changed up when you got caller ID for the first time and you could see who was actually calling you. Good Lord, man. I'm pulling back memories right now. Oh my God. Bullshit, we see you from the waist up. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, cool. All right, let's see. Skating rink on a Friday night. Skating rink on a Friday night. I always wanted to go on a Friday night, but could never go on a Friday night. You know? Yeah, man. Hey, we hitting some memories for real. All right, let's see. Y'all was going crazy there in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's see, man. Let's get to this next quick hits here. Let's see. I'm gonna do a couple more of these. Let's see. Let's get to. I think we got enough time to get to all of these. All right. Let's get to this next one, man. Fellas, I'm gonna need for some. I don't know how real this is, man, because I don't know. I just don't know. All right. I'm just gonna play it. Okay. I don't see this as being a real thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, of course, there are certain guys who are doing this, but for the most part, like, come on, man. Like, ain't nobody doing this shit for real. You know? Ain't nobody doing this shit for real. So apparently on the Melissa Ford podcast, you got this lady here, this doctor here, who is going to talk about this new and trending treatment for men that they are engaging in. Here we go.
Are choosing to get Botox in their scrotum. So Botox is a toxin,
bro, come on
right?
now,
So
dog.
paralyzes the muscles. Mm-hmm. And in medicine, we use it for not only aesthetics, but a lot of medical conditions. But for men who decide, scrotox, that they don't like the way their scrotum is looking, wrinkly, losing its tone texture, saggy.
Why don't we talk more about that? Why do we spend so much time talking about
you know, as a woman's aging, what her vagina looks like. Why don't we spend enough time talking about what y'all's ball sack looks like?
Because we don't care. Y'all don't care. We don't care. We let our nuts hang. We let our balls hang. You know what I'm saying? After you get a certain age, you be proud to let your balls hang. That's why we don't talk about it, because we don't give a fuck. We don't.
Like, I'm here for the scrotox. I'm here for it because it does start to look like a little, you know,
well, my dear,
deflated.
As a heterosexual female, I don't think about men's balls very often, but yeah, a gay friend who I adore brought it to my attention.
Again, like I said, certain men of a certain community are engaging in this. Not us sassy straights. Shout out to Messy Michonne, but not us sassy straights.
And yes, men are feeling left out and doing this so that they feel more confident in the bedroom.
Ladies, please tell me in the comments how many of you are in your group chats talking about ball sacks and whether that's a make or break for you.
Or if you're turned off by it. Does it matter to you? I want to know. I'm curious.
In my group chat, balls don't come up.
Exactly, because no one cares. Because no one cares. And here you are talking about, why don't we talk about men's ball sacks enough? Because no one cares. We don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna give it any more time here, all right? Because we don't care. All right. I just saw that and I'm like, yo, who is getting scrotox? Who can what man really cares about their scrotum like that? You know, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. But anything to like try to, I don't know, like kind of balance the scales whenever it comes to looks and appearance and men and women. And it's like, again, women don't care. We don't care. No one cares. Anyways, all right, let's see. All right, y'all. We got to talk about the most insane red flag. Now, when I saw this again, I'm like, y'all want for men to be gay so bad.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
I could have put this in Who Gonna Be the Boys, but I put it here in the quick hits. So now, you know, as much as women love to say that men are so gay, and whenever they mention it, they say it as a low-key insult towards straight men. However, you know, they're the biggest supporters and advocates of the rainbow community. So it's like, I don't know, it's just a bit of contradiction there. And, you know, but we're going to see what this biggest red flag in dating is, because this is just weird. All right. It's okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Y'all let me know. Y'all got to let me know. All right, here we go.
Hot take.
I think it's a red flag if you're dating a man who hasn't openly explored being gay. Jesus.
I love a man with a little gay allegation.
With a little sweet to it. They're doing it in private, and shame is an awful tool as long as you've like explored it or tried it even once. Yeah. Dip your toe in.
See how it is.
The water's fine. Happy Pride. I will say, for the record, for the press, I'm gay. But I come from straight experience.
Did you ever watch Insecure?
Of course.
I thought that Molly did too much when homeboy just said, oh yeah, my friend sucked my it was blah, 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 but like, I'm straight.
That was so Jesus. Dramatic. I'm glad that they painted that picture though, because that happens so much. Yeah. And I think we just have to bring a mother into the space. And a quote from her. Okay. Denial is a river in Egypt, and your husband is gay.
If a man hasn't explored, how else could they redeem themselves?
Not much, I will say in general. It's hard with men, the bars and the earth's crust, but I do think something that I really like on a man is when they carry cash. I love a proletariat baddie.
Yes,
the hottest person you ever date is gonna have cash.
I have the opposite of daddy issues because my...
All right, so I just wanted y'all to see the part about the biggest red flag is you know, if they haven't dipped their toe in being gay. And then brought up the example of old boy from Insecure. Say, oh yeah, my homeboy, you know, SMD'd, you know, something my D. And yeah, I mean, it was cool, but I'm straight though. Like, what? What? Hey, look, man. In these 41 years of life being on Earth, I can promise you, I know what straight and being heterosexual means, and it's not letting a man do anything physical with me at all. Okay? And if that's a red flag for you, then hey, leave me the hell alone. Okay? I will be the biggest walking red flag. Okay? No disrespect to those who, you know, enjoy relating with people of their same sex and gender, but not I. Okay? But that's crazy. All right, let me get over here to the comments. First comment reads, this is proof that not everyone needs a mic. Facts. The devil is fighting tooth and nail for souls, I see. Wi-Fi needs to be more expensive. Why is all this gay stuff normalized? What has the world come to? So it's a red flag for a man to just be straight? Fuck out of here. I like my man a little bi. Sue me. She said she like a man a little bi. Okay. They're going to fight me in the comments, but I'm right. She claims she right. She claims she right about that. Hey, God, Angel Gabriel, blow the trumpet. Like, look, man, let's just start this shit all over, man. Send the asteroid, please. Send the asteroid. All right. Someone says they like these girls. It's probably a little gay himself.
Why are you gay?
You know?
Who says I'm gay?
But there's just no way, y'all. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Where Bootsy at, man?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
No. Okay. Could you imagine that for the vast majority of heterosexual women, straight women, and having that conversation with them? And she's saying that because she's gay. Like, you don't even date men. So why are we even having this conversation in the first place? You don't even date men. You don't date men, sis. But she came from a straight experience. Whatever. Okay, so you mean to tell me if you met a guy, like I said, let me stick to my original point. For most heterosexual women, if you were to sit down and have a conversation with them and tell them that, yeah, I mean, you know, I kind of dibbled and dabbled, you know, in relations with men, most of them are going to look at you and be like, nigga, hell no.
Jesus.
No, they is not going for that. Okay? So that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all want men to be gay so bad. It's weird. It's weird. But let's see. But let me see what y'all saying over here in the chat, man. Do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to the flow? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Yo, you stupid for that. Let's see. Mary said, my biggest red flag is if you've explored another man. Yeah. A DL man will love them. Yachty's in agreement. Yeah. Yo, y'all, look, man, that shit is crazy. That shit is wild, man. Y'all are definitely gonna look at them sideways, man. Ain't no way y'all can sit up here and tell me that y'all would be able to look at this man with some sense of respect, admiration, anything of that nature if you knew that, you know, he might have been a bottom. Ain't no way. Y'all ain't going for that, man. All right, let's see. Let's go here to the next one. Next quick hits here. All right, and then we got the Kendra G video. All right, we doing pretty good on time. All right, let's see. I meant to put this other one here, but let me grab it real quick. Pause. Let's see. Let's see where. Okay, yeah. Where is the other one though? Okay, because we got to talk about your girl Kendra G, aka Kendra Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendra G, man. For as much shit as I talk, man, she really is out here, doing a thing. But we got to talk about it though, because some of the stuff she be saying, I'll just be like, you shouldn't take it as an insult. So apparently she did a radio interview here recently, and some of the things that she was saying on this interview, was sounding a bit Kevin Samuels-ish. And so, she decided to set the record straight and let y'all know that, hey, I am not Kevin Samuels, and, we gonna set the record straight. All right. So let's see. As a matter of fact, let's see. Oh no. Hold up. Oh no, it's the same one. Hold up. My bad. Let me go back. I thought I had it. My bad. All right, here we go.
Here's the harsh reality: are you your type? Like, have we ever thought about that? Like you're
That's why we need Kevin Samuels back.
They compare you to Kevin Samuels sometimes.
Okay, let me say this: did Kevin Samuels interview gay men? Did Kevin Samuels interview transgender people?
Well, they say you're like the female
version.
version.
Hold on. We gotta do the whole totality.
Okay.
Did Kevin Samuels have poly people on his show? My show has always been a dating show. So yes, we have black women on our show, which is a large portion, but my show was always centered around a dating show. And I think people compare the two because they always like to focus on black women only, but there's so many other components of my show.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause right there. No, that is not the only reason why people are comparing Kendra G to Kevin Samuels, is because it's mostly black women. No, that is not the case. How many shows have we watched? How many clips have we seen from her singles dating show? Now, yes, I will give it to her. I will agree that that she does interview people who are poly, interviews people that are gay, whatever, what have you. But that is a small minority in comparison to the totality in the people that she interviews. And the women that she interviews are women who, whenever you ask them, she asks them, women who are women who are volunteering to come up on her platform in the same way that women would volunteer to come up on Kevin Samuels' platform. They're looking for a man. They're looking for what kind of man. Whenever she asks the income question, what do most of these women say? They are looking for someone who is making $100K, $200K, $275, $300 and on up. Okay? That's where they are the most similar. Now, and throughout the years and throughout the time that she has interviewed these women, she has also come to the same conclusion, even after being on his show, that a lot of these women live in the land of freaking delusion, okay? Because like she said here, does your type want you? This is carbon copy of what Kevin Samuels was saying on his platform. Yes, you may be a PhD. Yes, you may be these things, but the men that you are looking for, do those men want you?
Think he's ever interviewed gay men on his show. I don't think he's ever interviewed transgender people on his show. I don't think he's ever interviewed people in poly relationships. So yes, there's a similarity to the women component, but my show has always been focused on finding people love. And another reason I got to say this is I am a 25-year journalist. I have a degree. I went to college. I was doing this before YouTube was created, before podcast equipment was on sale. No YouTuber could teach me shit. And y'all could beat that out.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I mean, that has nothing to do with anything. I mean, hey, shout out to Kendra G and her accolades, and and for being a journalist for 25 years plus, and all of that. But it still doesn't negate the fact that whenever it comes to your dating show and Kevin Samuel's dating show, because he was trying to find, and not to mention, I mean, he passed away. We weren't able to see what could have came from, his own mind. I mean, he had his Facebook group where he was, trying to pair single women and single men, and they had to fit certain criteria and this, that, and the third, So, I mean, y'all are very similar, and it's not an insult to Kendra. It shouldn't be an insult to her. But again, I mean, some of the talking points, you cannot negate that some of the talking points are indeed the same. He'll ask you, how many kids do you have? How many baby daddies? You ask them some of them same questions. You say a lot of the same things. You say, hey, in a lot of the circles that I'm in, I'm around these men. I'm around these men who make the income, who meet the qualifications that you want, but these men have plenty of options. Again, similar to what Kevin has said, similar to what a lot of these men in these spaces have said, over the years. But again, shout out to Kendra. All right. So I got one more clip from her where she basically tells y'all, hey, hey, if I wanted to, I could get married today. Now, some people might question Kendra's dating choices. I think one of her exes, allegedly, I don't know, may have been a scammer or something like that, an African guy. I don't know. It's all alleged, I suppose. I don't really care, but I mean, but she gonna let y'all know. She gonna let y'all know that I could be married just to shut everybody up. I mean, do y'all believe that?
I beg your pardon.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but here we go.
It's never about Kendra trying to find a man. The man got to find Kendra, and I'm not easy. Here's the deal. I sit in a true seat of knowing my value and my worth, and I just feel like anyone that gets added on to me will be a blessed person because I'm a good woman. I'm an asset. I'm going to pour in. And I feel like back to when I said I got the contract earlier this year, I was very strategic. I said, I'm not dating this year. And most men can relate to this because when you work for something, I hear men say all the time, I'm focused. I think about no relationship. Yeah. I got to do certain things. So why is it so hard when a woman says the same thing? I didn't want anything to mess up the opportunity. It took me 25 years to get an opportunity to be attached to the Oprah Winfrey Network. No energy, nobody is going to ruin that year for me. I had to stay focused this year. So I could be in a relationship easy. I could be married just to shut everybody up, but I'm real authentic and genuine. I'm not a gimmick. And although I believe in marriage, I mean, I have 4 weddings this year. I don't believe marriage is the right thing for every human. And I don't know if marriage is the right thing for me. I would be in a committed relationship, but to sign a document and have my assets attached to a person at this moment in time.
That's how men be feeling.
No, listen, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
it feels like if I was a man, every man will understand my conversation. It's just because I'm a woman, you're not used to a woman saying, no, I'm good. Because I'm going to tell you right now, You can't marry me and things go sour and then you think you're going to get half of my money and be with another woman. Honey, you going to heaven. We'll say.
Jesus.
She say, you think you about to take half of my money. You know what I'm saying? You got another thing coming, mister. We about to send you to the upper room. We gonna send you to that upper room if you think you about to get half of these dollars. You think
donations.
You think I'm about to I'm about to come up off these donations for you? But see, again, you know, I don't blame Kendra, and I think that she has some very valid points. I do think I would agree. I don't think that, you know, marriage is for everybody. Hell, in 2026, I don't think that marriage is for a lot of y'all. Straight up, you know, myself included. I don't think marriage is for a lot of y'all. Y'all out here playing, you know. I think that is interesting when, you know, whenever it comes to women talking about protecting their assets, that, you know, amongst the women, they yes. Yeah, we ain't letting these bum ass niggas take half our money and da. But, you know, somehow when it comes to men, hey, you know, why you should believe in love. You should just go off love and this, that, and the third. Like, what's a prenup? Like that just shows that you're not even committed and you're looking for a way out. You're saying that the marriage is over before it actually began and all this other stuff, man. And it's just like, shut up. I remember being at the first Tonight's Conversation live show I went to, and one of the guys was talking about, you know, how because he's at a certain place in his life where he's attained certain assets and this, that, and the third, that, you know, he's very careful and precautious about who it is that, you know, he would want to get in a relationship or even, you know, get married to, because out of fear that, you know, this person would try to take all of his or take half his money or whatever, or try to, you know, get him for his assets. And the women that were sitting beside me, it was the craziest thing. They said, I kid y'all not. Who hurt him? He just bitter. He just hurt. Who hurt him? I'm like, so because my man just wants to protect his assets, that automatically means that somebody hurt him? Like, my God, man. Crazy, man. Crazy, bro. All right. So, you know, but I mean, I can't blame Kendra, but I mean, the whole I could be married just to shut everybody up. Who would she be married to? That's the other question, right? Yeah, she could be married to a nigga that she actually really wouldn't want to be with. Yeah, she could be married to a nigga that, you know, would be the type of man that would be trying to take her assets. Yeah, she could be married to one of them. But I would be curious to know, and I mean, maybe so. Maybe she got the ballers, shot callers in her DMs, you know, wanting to take her serious and be in a relationship, and the men that make more money than her and have more assets than her, or, you know, on paper are doing better than her. But the way she's talking, the way that she framed it, was as though she would automatically be marrying someone that's lower than her. And again, you know, based on, you know, her dating history, hey, that sounds like that would be the case. So, you know, Kendra actually kind of fall in line with a lot of these other women out here. But, you know, what are they saying over here in the comments, though? Let's see. Someone says, seriously, real talk, real dang talk. No man trying to deal with that for real. I don't think her being married matters as much because she doesn't purport herself as some sort of expert. She just gives you observations based on tens of thousands of interviews she has done. I mean, okay, that's no different than Kevin. Okay. Let's see. Women have to stop saying that they can get married anytime they want to, or they can have sex anytime they want to as a flex. Neither of those things means that you can find someone of quality who is going to treat you well. Similar to what I was just saying a little bit ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Kendra has spent 20 years essentially doing the same job as DJ Envy and Charlamagne, radio interviews, and building a media brand. Yet, both have been married, have 11 kids between them, and are equally, if not more, successful. So how exactly is marriage a hindrance in this particular line of work? Beyonce and Rihanna can build global careers, businesses, marriages, and families, but talking on the radio requires full dedication to the craft. Maybe marriage simply wasn't a priority, which is perfectly valid, but that's different from saying marriage would have hindered the career. And I'm going to leave that on that note right there. All right. All right. So let's see. Let's get to this next quick hits here, and then we're going to get into, let's see. I guess we'll play this Kendra G video, or I could come back tomorrow. All right. Let's see. We'll see. All right. Let's see. Tacarra Williams, comedian. She fine as hell, by the way. I ain't going to lie. She fine as hell. And she hella down to earth. Protect this woman at all costs. All right. But she's going to say something that I've said in a quite similar fashion whenever it comes to people those of us who are getting older, or those of us who have remained single for an extended period of time. And I totally agree. All right. So let's see. Let me get it queued up here. All right. Let's see. Let me refresh. All right. So she's going to say here that the longer you're single, the harder it becomes to be in a relationship. Now, for me personally, I say the older that a lot of y'all get, the more inflexible that you become, when you just stuck in your ways, and it's going to be harder for y'all to get into a relationship. We're essentially saying the same thing, but here we go. Let's hear from her mouth. Here we go.
More single, the more difficult it is for you to get in a relationship with somebody, because you become accustomed to you. Everything is the way you want it. You ain't got to answer nobody. You ain't got to ask nobody's permission to do nothing. You don't have to consider anybody else's feelings or emotions. And even if a good person comes into your life, they're going to seem like an annoyance to you.
Yes.
Because, babe, what you doing today? Dang, why you ask me what I'm doing?
Yeah. I ain't used to having nobody.
Hey, I haven't seen, oh my God, you want to see me. I'm in the house by myself watching TV. I just want to be by myself. I just want to sit in the house by myself. Oh my God, why you chew like that? You snoring.
Yeah.
I'm just used to laying in my bed by myself. You done went to the guy's house, spent the night at the guy's house, got flipped all inside, outside, all kinds of bent up like a pretzel, and then you went home. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I don't want to lay in the bed with nobody. I like to be by myself. I like to do stuff by myself. So the longer you're single, the more difficult time you're going to have to be in a relationship.
It is.
Because you just...
And women ruthless with it, though.
What you mean?
Cara.
The longer you are single... We friends now.
A lady told me one time, and I know, I was like, damn. She woke me up.
I told you to leave?
No, she told me. She said, Shannon, you breathing. I guess I was breathing too loud.
Was you snoring?
I don't.
Do you snore?
I got a CPAP machine now, so I don't. It's under control.
Ooh,
I would stop breathing.
Get in the bed with a man with a CPAP?
No. It's the mask. It ain't that big.
Oh, he got a whole routine. What you doing? Give me a second. Let me get myself together for bed.
It wasn't even that. It was like in the afternoon, but I was tired because I'm going.
She used to quiet.
Yes, and she told me I was breathing. And I was thinking like, I hope so.
And that's like a neurological thing. They have a name for it when stuff like that bothers you. I don't remember the name, but it's some people you could chew and it bother them.
Yes.
You could just be existing.
I said, well, you know what?
I could be sitting on the couch with you, and we just had dinner, and I'm glad you here.
Yeah.
And I could say I'm watching something, and you could start talking about what I'm watching. Oh man, did you see episode 2? What? Why are you talking? Stop. I'm trying to watch something you talking.
Yeah.
You're used to being by yourself.
Yeah. It's hard.
Anybody that come into your life gonna bother you. Some people will say that they're healed in something. I went to therapy and I'm healed. I talked to my life skills coach and I'm healed. But you don't know if you're healed until you're in another relationship.
Yes.
Because there's something called in relationship experience that you have to to figure out
That you
whether
have
or
to
not
actually
you're
be in a
healed.
relationship
Yes.
to experience.
Because I could say, I'm not a jealous woman anymore. I don't get jealous no more. But you also been single for 5 years.
Ain't nothing to be jealous about.
And now here you are in a relationship jealous. And I'm glad.
Yo, I'm telling you, protect Tacarra, man. You know, because she was saying some other things in that podcast interview, just from some of the clips that it went viral, that I'm like, yo, it is not too many women that you run across these days that have common sense, you know, that are reasonable, that are down to earth, that are realistic. But I gotta give it to Tacarra on this one here. She is absolutely cooking with fish grease on this one, because I be trying to tell y'all that a lot of y'all gonna be single because a lot of y'all are unwilling to be a little bit flexible with with your standards, with, you know, actually wanting to be in somebody's company. But I mostly talk about your standards. And you know what's funny to me is the fact that, you know, even though we are grown, frontal lobes fully developed, I would at least hope that for some of y'all, I don't know, some of y'all be acting like, anyways, frontal lobes fully developed, relationship experience, that you have some realistic expectations about how relationships go, that not everyone is perfect. You're not perfect, even though people pretend to be. You're not perfect, you know, but you still continue to say, I'm not gonna settle for this. I'm not gonna settle for that. When you should be a bit more understanding. You should be a bit more flexible. You know, you should be willing to work with somebody. Y'all come together. Y'all talk about how high food is and the cost of living is so out of control, but then you don't want to work with somebody. You don't want to go 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, you know, with somebody. Y'all just be, you know, cool with being by yourself, and be cool with being by yourself. And I do think that, you know, the older that you get and the more and the longer that you've been single and you do get with someone that you do enjoy their company, y'all do like each other, you know, I do think that you probably do want your space. You probably do want, I mean, it's cool that we hang out, we enjoy each other's company. You can spend the night at my house, I can spend the night at your house, we can spend the weekend together, we can travel together. But there's going to come a point to where it's like, all right, you know, I want to retreat back to my space. I want to be back in my house, you know. I think that living together, cohabitating, you know, and all of that is probably meant for younger people. I'm not going to lie. I think that, you know, if your goal is marriage, long-term relationship, you know, you want to actually grow and build with somebody, and you haven't been out here, you ain't been out here in these streets, you know, for years on end. Look, it's probably best for y'all. But if you've been out here, you got some scars and some wounds, and you just ain't trying to go through the bullshit. Like, I like my space. They like their space. Hey, be happy that you found somebody that you like. And like I say, rock out with them for as long as you can, okay? So, but that's my little spiel on that, man. But y'all let me know, man. What y'all think? What y'all think? Do y'all think that that's true? Like, the longer that that you've been with somebody, the longer that you've been, I mean, not been with somebody, but the longer that you've been single, like, the harder it is for you to be in a relationship. I mean, I just think that, again, man, hey, we gonna see an epidemic of single people out here, and it just is what it is, man. And I just don't even think people value relationships and connecting with somebody as much as people might have, back in the day, just because of, social media, access, dating apps, always looking for something better, not knowing when to cash your chips in, like a drug dealer. Like, that drug dealer gotta get, man, we gotta sell one more brick. You know what I'm saying? Feds on you. The phones is tapped. You know what I'm saying? You about to go down. You like Big Meat. You like BMF. They about to take you down. But hey, look, man, we gotta get it. We gotta push for more and more. You don't know when to just call it quits and get out the game. And for a lot of people, that's how it is whenever it comes to dating. You met a person who basically y'all mesh well. Like, they got 70 to 80, more than 50% of what it is that you want, but because, you let people convince you that, there's something else better out here. You be willing to cash that in to just be back out here in these streets and, letting the streets, have their way with you. You know what I'm saying? When really, the person that you should have been with, hey, you let them go. You let them go. Now they out here living their best life with somebody else, But I don't know. So, let's see. Mary say, I'm preaching. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's definitely true, because your tolerance is very, very, very low. And you know that it's not going to work out well, so you just want to waste your time or going back into the dating pool. Yeah, I mean, saying, man, it's tough out here, man. It really is. It really is. So, I do think that if you find somebody that you vibe with and you like, hey, at these big ages, you better be grateful for what it is you got. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's see. The time is 11:44. All right. All right, I'm debating on if I want to do this Kendra G video tonight or if I want to come back and do it tomorrow. I'm down for whatever y'all want to do, man. If y'all want to call it a night, we call it a night. We come back tomorrow, because I got other clips, but I want to keep these shows, like I say, within a certain time frame. So, this Kendra G video, it's about what, 25 minutes? It's about 25 minutes. If y'all want to do it tonight, we could do it tonight. If not, we can call it a night. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do. This is y'all show. Next week though, it is the call-in show. Last Wednesday of the month will be a call-in show. So please make sure you come through. Make sure your phones is working. Make sure your your internet is good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names. Make sure, for the ladies, if y'all come on the stream, I don't care what y'all say. Please do not come on up here with the bonnets on. I ain't gonna say no names, but I love y'all. Y'all my fam, but do not come up here with the bonnets on. Y'all know how I feel about it, and I just want to make sure that, hey, I'm representing you in the best light. All right. Because I will chop these clips up and disperse them to the interwebs. So, I just want to make sure y'all look good. I want to make sure I look good as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, J-Mo just be having anybody up there on his call-in show. Nah, please, no bonnets, please. All right. So, say you doing another live tomorrow? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do another live tomorrow. All right. I ain't say no names. Okay. I ain't say no names. All right, you know what? I got one more quick hit here. I'll save the Kendra G video for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? See, the guilty always be speaking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to say nothing. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All right, so I got one more clip for y'all. All right. And then we'll go ahead and call it a night. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it here. I thought this was interesting because I just think that whenever it comes to people in relationships nowadays, like, people just be getting with people just out of being lonely. They don't really have compatibility with anybody, with this person. Some people just be doing stuff just to be doing it. And so I wanted to, and I mean, it's a little animation, but I do think that it speaks to, just something bigger that I see with people, because I don't think people really be getting to know each other and where they align whenever it comes to things that they want in life. So let's see. Let me pull it up here. Still looking for it. Give me a moment. Thought I had it. Let's see. I ain't have to say the name. I ain't have to say nothing. Let's see. I thought it was here. All right, let's see. You know what? Let me go back. All right, give me 1 second. Let's see. I thought. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, I got it here. Pointing those elbows. Yeah, I was pointing those elbows. Y'all know the usual suspects. Y'all know the usual suspects. I ain't say no names. All right. So let's see. So here we go, man. Let's see. The caption says, if two people truly love each other, but one wants children and the other does not, who should compromise? All right. So my man says, hey, when we have ours, I want at least 3. Who's 3? Because I don't want children. Stop joking. Hey, stop joking. Hey, you'll change your mind. I'm not joking. I've told you before. I thought you meant not now. No. I mean, I don't want to become a mother. What am I supposed to tell my mother? Why is your mother suddenly part of a decision about my uterus? So I marry you and just accept that my family line ends with me? And I should have children I don't want just to continue your surname? If you really love me, wouldn't you at least consider one? I mean, well, if you love me, why would motherhood be the price of keeping you? But I want children. That's always been my dream. And not having them has always been mine. So where does that leave us? That's the question neither of us wanted to ask. All right. If two people truly love each other, but one wants children and the other does not, who should compromise? Personally, I don't think that either of them should have to compromise. Honestly, I mean, if that is something that both of them want or don't want, if she doesn't want kids and she's emphatic about that and she's standing 10 toes down on that, then hey, she needs to find someone who doesn't have kids and doesn't want to have kids too. Same for him, you know. If he wants at least 3 kids, then he needs to find someone that wants 3 kids. But my thing is like, you know, I know this is just a cartoon, but I do think that this happens in real life as well, where people just get with each other, you know, for whatever reason, but then whenever real issues or real, you know, just things that they want come up, y'all are not in alignment, you know? And I don't know. I don't see that being a relationship that will work, because one or both is going to resent the other person. You know, he's going to resent her if he never, you know, has kids. She's going to resent him for, you know, having kids and, you know, ruining her or messing up her body and her hormones and, you know, having to take care of another person that she didn't envision taking care of, you know? Yeah, I just don't see a way that this relationship could work. And that's okay. And people got to be, at the end of the day, people got to be okay with a relationship not working. But at the same time, like, if you're getting into a relationship with someone for the long term, quote unquote, then I mean, there are just certain things that y'all should just be in alignment on, and having kids should be like at the top of that. Having kids or not having kids, or just having a conversation about kids, period, should be you know, at the top of the list, you know. But what do y'all think? See, Mary says this relationship needs to end. I agree. These fictional cartoon characters, y'all need to go y'all separate ways, man. Y'all ain't gonna make it. Let's see. Lady P says they had no business marrying each other. Bad communication skills on both parts, and if you can't communicate, you definitely you're definitely not going to be compatible with each other. I agree. Yeah, man. Definitely got to be in alignment for sure, you know. So I just wanted to throw that in there at the end or whatever, just kind of get y'all's input on that. I mean, again, like I say, I mean, I think that you know, you gotta be in alignment. You know, I mean, the looks, what looks good on paper, you know, that's not gonna be enough for a sustainable relationship. So, you know. But nevertheless, man, this has been a good show. Nice live stream. I enjoyed kicking it with y'all tonight. Remember, next Wednesday is the call-in show. So I'm looking forward to, chopping it up with y'all and, having some juicy topics for us. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that I got everything working and on deck for next week. So yeah, man. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, share the stream with a friend, share the content with a friend, a family member. I really am trying to grow my my YouTube channel, grow the live stream, grow the viewership here. So if you like what we're doing, man, please make sure that you share, like, hype, engage with the content and all that good stuff, man. So before we get up out of here, I just wanted to read Mary's comment real quick, because what ends up happening is you're wasting each other's time trying to change each other's mind. Exactly. I totally agree. Yeah. Y'all ain't getting nowhere. Y'all ain't getting nowhere at all. All right. So stop wasting each other's time. When am I coming to Texas? I don't know, man. I wanted to make a trip to Texas this summer. Like, I wanted to do a solo trip to Houston again this summer, but I just wasn't able to, So I don't know. I'm like, Labor Day's coming up. I low key thought about it, but probably not gonna make it happen, if I'm being quite honest. So I don't know when I'm gonna come to Texas again, but I do want to come because I thoroughly enjoyed Houston, for real. So gotta make my way. And if I do come down, man, hey, gotta bring a baby shower gift for the little one. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all. I am up out of here. And yeah. So if there's anything that you ever want to do in life, remember that it requires patience, consistency, and most importantly, it don't happen overnight. See y'all on the next video. Peace.